So in preparation for another video, I wanted to get accurate data for how the Radeon HD 7750 runs Grand Theft Auto 5 in its most current patched version, along with the latest drivers available for the graphics card. The Gateway PC I was doing this on is equipped with 6GB of DDR3 RAM, and in all my experience playing GTA 5 on it, the 7750 easily plays the game at 1080p, just about everything set to high, sans a couple options, but I always limited it to normal textures, which is the lowest option. I have tried it with the high texture setting, but there was always this intermittent stuttering going on at certain points, which I figured was just the VRAM, system memory, and hard drive just shuffling around data. The 7750 only has 1GB of VRAM, by the way. GTA 5's own VRAM counter, while not super accurate, does give a semi-decent idea as to how much VRAM is realistically necessary to keep the game happy and smooth. Luckily, one can override the VRAM counter as it's typically off by 400 to 500 megabytes. Well, I decided to fire up high textures anyways, just to re-evaluate the stuttering issue, but also to re-evaluate whether or not the 7750's GPU itself could run the high textures, VRAM withstanding. It was during this testing that I realized the system memory usage jumped from 4 to 5.5 gigs from the normal setting to high. As a reminder, this gateway here is equipped with 6GB, so I wondered if an increase in system RAM would help smooth out these stutters. Well, I yanked out one of my 8GB sticks from my main computer, and the gateway is now equipped with 12GB of DDR3 system memory. So I fired GTA 5 back up, again with high settings, including high textures, and the stuttering is gone.
Oh, man, this shit bomb.
Needless to say, I was floored. All this time I figured it was a VRAM limitation specifically. 1GB is not a lot for GTA 5, especially for beyond normal textures. So perhaps the game really is shuffling data between the memory bank and the hard drive, and all it takes is a big pool of system memory to limit hard drive accessing? Perhaps? I don't know. So I went a bit further and I tried the very high setting, of which the frame rate took an appropriate hit, but stutters were still not present like they were before. Yeah, the 7750 is too weak for these settings, but it goes to show that GTA 5 isn't the VRAM hog it makes itself out to be, perhaps. Or at least in its current version. And it probably uses as much VRAM as is available even if it doesn't need it. So in conclusion, if you're running less than 8GB of system memory, and GTA 5 is giving you stuttering issues, get yourself a RAM upgrade. Though realistically, anyone and everyone should be running at least 8 gigs these days with current games. GTA 5 is a huge and incredibly detailed game. All that RAM is needed to keep things on the back burner until it's ready to be rendered. Obviously, having more VRAM makes it easier for the rendering pipeline to have things close in hand, as opposed to streaming in from system to video memory. I'm sure Rockstar spent a lot of time working out the logistical challenge of GTA 5's detailed world being streamed and rendered on past-gen consoles with only 512 megabytes of VRAM. Also, thank God Rockstar has treated GTA 5's PC release with the kind of reverence it needed to make it look beautiful and run beautiful across such a large sea of system configurations. The PC community appreciates it.